The only one truth I know is that if you subscribe to the Peppercorn Boys and watch the episodes every single Monday, it will make you live forever. I'm so hot.
Yeah. Take it off.
Wear a shirt that doesn't have an MSN name on it. And you might be cooler.
It's 100% going to be the name of the episode this week, though.
Yeah, it should be.
It's a little bit stalkery as well if you read it in the
It's terrifying. Like, and the print it's in, and how tight the neck is. I swear he's tying his necks up when he washes it. Because I've never seen a neck fit that
safety buttons
tight.
all down his back. He's got safety buttons all down his back. Like one of those people that has like piercings all down the spine.
My brother's got it. Like he's like he looks at it, he says, he's like, just put my fresh shirt on.
He's actually harnessed to the wall behind him.
Now let's get in it.
Welcome back to the Peppercorn Boys, where the group chat, it became the podcast, and I am Bruno.
I'm Scott.
Whoa, okay, cool.
I'm Joe.
Are you going to do that every week, Joe?
I don't know. Did I do it last week?
You did, yeah, you do it every week.
I'm consistent. If anything, they call me consistent.
Exactly. Bruno, you felt like you were going to say more. But...
Yeah, well, elaborate.
No. I was going to just say, and every single week, I am joined by, and then
Scott.
It was your time
I'm
to
Joe.
come in, but whatever, it's fine.
Yeah, it's a dictatorship.
Oh.
It very much is, because, hey, I am the engine, I am the wheel, I am the steering.
What am I?
Yeah, you're the cup holder.
I am the fuel.
You are fuel.
Yeah,
what kind of nonsense is this shirt then? I wish you could see what I see.
There we go.
What kind of passive aggressive shirts that? Where's that from? TikTok?
Is there a heart on it somewhere?
Oh, how dare you? Where do you think it's from?
Is it peak?
It is indeed.
Oh, let's see.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, that shut you right up, didn't it?
Well, no, because I knew what it was.
I wish you could see what I see. An absolute.
Oh my god!
I apologize. Whoa, Jesus Christ. We're going hard, are we? Okay.
Yeah.
It is later, I guess.
No.
I got a peppercorn it.
No.
Off the dark.
Okay, damn it. All right.
It's returning people's gifts.
Oh.
So
I was gonna bring this up this week anyway.
Wait,
I don't know what he's on about, but
No.
Exhibit A.
What have I missed?
Yeah.
What have I missed? What is that?
For those listeners out there, please go over to the youtube.com/the Peppercorn Boys, because you are seeing probably the largest pair of jogging bottoms I have ever seen.
They're 6 feet long.
That's fashion, I think.
Now, your wife,
Yep.
Lissy Boo Boo, shout out to her and birthing that amazing child of yours.
Oh.
Yeah, oh.
She ordered that. What was that? An XL?
It might be a 2XL, but yeah, it's not what it should be. It's a 2XL. There's still a label in there.
Try them. Hold on.
No, Joe. So when Lissy bought them, it was something comfy for the hospital.
Oh, they're not for you.
No, they're for Lissy.
Okay.
And she could pull them to her neck.
Can she?
And they were too baggy on her body, like a leg. So
I think that's fashion now.
She was pregnant.
She could probably fit into one leg whilst pregnant.
Yeah, she pretty much did.
I reckon I can pull them off.
So no, of all the people here, I don't think you're the one.
I can pull everything off.
The problem is we're too wired up here.
Yeah, we are. Yeah, we're wired in.
I tried them on and I said, well, no, these are ridiculous. But I said, Bruno might, because he's got longer legs, he's a bigger lad. Maybe. Bruno then melted away like 400 bills and came to our house and we put them on. And it looked like he was wearing the world's largest flares. They weren't like ridiculous on him, but he couldn't realistically wear them.
That's fashion now.
In any way.
That's fashion.
No, it's beyond.
Is it?
You can't comprehend. Joe.
That's made
I could cover the whole shot.
That's made for a 7 foot, 500-pounder, I think.
Yes.
I reckon they'll look great on me.
This, you can have them.
I'll wear them.
Just don't return them, Joe, because that's where this whole
whole
thing.
Just to give you an idea, they're the width of my shoulders.
Hell yeah.
One leg.
That's fashion.
They're big. They're big.
Anyway,
Bieber would wear them.
Who?
Bieber.
You could get 9 Biebers in that head to toe. They do not fit. But Bruno pretty much he laughed in our face, and then we kind of said to him, well, you could cut the bottoms because they'll be more comfortable because of the length, whatever. It didn't really get sorted, and then he kind of just threw him in the corner of the room, whatever. And then he was having a shower later, and I was cleaning up the front room because obviously we have a baby, but he's obviously creating some mess.
Yeah.
So I thought, he did say he wanted them. We just cut the bottoms. So I just went I folded up nicely and put them on his bag. About an hour later, he came out of this exact room that he was sleeping exactly here.
I said, what the f*** are these doing here?
He came out going, why are they on my bag? And I went, I thought you wanted them. He goes, no, I don't. Where can I put them? And we were like, what? By the way, this is a gift.
This is not a gift.
This is a 26
That was a hand-me-down.
gift.
That's a good brand.
That was a hand-me-down. That was, you specified at the start of this story that this was a Lissy purchase for her hospital
Bruno.
pants. So
he was pregnant and still buying you gifts. And basically, and I said, you can put them on top of the dresser. And he kind of he Kobe'd them up there.
Yeah.
He just against the wall, not folded. Yeah, cabron. And I was like, okay. And at that point, he then gifted me something.
Okay.
No.
Wait, what did you get?
I got a really lovely pair of pants that are multifunctional.
Okay.
I don't know. I think you could wear these out. They're lovely. But he basically said, because obviously we're exchanging gifts, he said, these will be really good. You'll like these. Try these. So I put them on. I then had about 10 minutes of really showing them off. I was really chuffed with them. I've not had a gift that good in a long time. And then I put my shorts over the top and I sat down and carried on watching TV. And Bruno went like Kieran, when Bruno's saying something bougie, his jaw hit the ground and went, he was like, they're my pants. And I was like, what?
They were my Sunday boxers.
Yes. And because obviously, he went home without a pair. He was he lost the whole pair because I just washed them and they're in my drawer. Oh, yeah. Okay. They're mine.
Straight up.
But because of obviously how rude he was just before, he said, no, they're my pants. And I went, no. I didn't try and quietly steal them. I said, you're not having them back. They're too comfortable.
Are they good?
They're great.
You got them on?
No, because they've only just come out the wash. I wore them for 3 days straight because I assumed there was some kind of sports leisure wear.
Oh, yeah.
They're like somewhere between Lycra, a pair of pants, and something you would just wear around the house.
Heck yeah. That's really nice, Bruno. Well done. Thank you for that. That's really good.
Oh,
but yeah, so I got a pair of pants and he threw away these trousers that you're going to have.
I would love to see Joe pull them off.
I'm going to wear them.
Joe, if you wear them, they're a danger hazard.
Oh, yeah.
There's a good foot beyond your foot.
That's fashion.
Are you going to wear them out?
Maybe. Or what?
You don't need fashion in the house.
Who's that pop star or DJ or whatever that did a bit that was always on Impulsive, and it was like the weird guy that kept eating like chicken drum legs and had that weird hair?
You've got it mixed up with Henry VIII from the Tudors. So when we were in school, Bruno, the history books.
Yeah.
He wasn't a DJ. He was a kid.
His trousers were actually quite tight with like those white socks they would wear back then. The frills on the top.
Oh, yeah.
They were kind of dressed like NFL players with a little bit of like extra sauce to it.
Yeah, a little sauce.
Yeah.
Little sauce.
Those neck deals, what do you reckon that was for? It's like a 360 fan.
It made your head look like, I think people laid like turkeys on them at Thanksgiving sometimes, but it made your head look like a turkey sat on top of the.
That's why they wore them, Jim.
Yeah, to make their head look like a turkey.
But to find out what it was, look it up.
I think his name was Oliver something.
No, Henry.
Oliver Tree? Is it Oliver Tree? Yeah, Oliver Tree. He could probably pull them off because he'd have ridiculous amount. Like he'll have those flares that are that. Okay. And what did you want to know? Why
did they wear in the old timies those kind of 360 pants? I tell you what they do. They corrugate it. Have you seen those like videos where people put a piece of paper and then you kind of like lean like a phone on it and it just falls?
No.
So you like there'd be a table here and a table here about 6 inches apart. They put an A4 piece of paper in the gap, like a bridge, and then they'll just put like a glass on it or a phone. It obviously just falls through, doesn't it? Then what they do is they crimp it. So they make it into, like a hand fan. Yeah. Like corrugated iron.
Yeah, yeah.
They do that, and then they pull it apart a little bit. So it's not like condensed. It's still like 3/4 of the width of a thing.
Fan.
just slightly fanned, and then the foam stays on it.
Strong. Makes it strong.
It makes it stronger. And that is why corrugated iron on roofs is crimped. It's for strength. Physics.
I did not catch any of what you.
No, you can't do two things
about.
at once.
I can't. No, not when I can't read and listen at the same time.
It was pretty educational.
Bruno, run your right hand through your hair while pretending to smoke a cigarette. His hands are.
I need. Hold on. I haven't got anything to mimic.
No, you don't have to. That's where the talent is.
Just smoke a cigarette.
Just do that thing again. What were you doing? It was like
I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it.
That's why those 1950s guys look so cool.
All you have to do is this, literally.
Yeah.
He just goes.
Yeah, but whatever. I asked the question: why did the Tudor men have fans around their neck? And then the AI came back with Tudor men did not have fans around their neck.
I think we're getting. By the way, I put Tudors in our heads. I don't think it's a Tudor.
But they did wear a ruff, a stiff pleated collar or frill, which resembled a fan. Ruffs were a prominent feature in Tudor fashion, especially among upper class. These collars were worn by both men and women and evolved from smaller frills at the neckline of the shirts into elaborate standalone garments. I think it literally just shows wealth. They could be easily clean, create a unique look. So that's pretty much it. They had no sort of like beneficial.
There's a certain dominance.
Bruno, do you think you should bring it back?
Yeah, Bruno.
I feel like I could pull it off the best.
He could pull that off like I could pull them off.
Yeah, all right. All right.
Can we see if we can get a ruff?
Yeah. Yeah.
That ruff around your neck with that MSN looking shirt would be quite the look. Yeah, and your body bottom half's got some, I don't know, some etnies on and some shorts, probably.
You wearing etnies in the house?
You wearing shoes in the house?
Wearing shoes in the house.
I'll say this. I'm very tired. My eyes are. What did you just say to me?
Someone said that to me recently.
I caught him say. I thought what he said was throw up.
You throw up. That'll make you
I thought, does that make you
That'll wake you up.
I guess it would.
Tactical
chunder, yeah.
Okay.
Someone that works. Okay. That is honestly the most on the spectrum he's ever been. Is when he says okay to just statements. Someone said, "Look at Tate. Look at Tate. His Tate's out."
Someone said grow up to me about like something like that the other day, but I swear that is growing up.
We're getting tired.
They're getting tired at night.
I think growing up is never being tired.
Growing up is being tired all the time.
But not showing it.
No, you can't really show it.
Because you moan about it too much.
I actually said this. I was having a conversation with Lisa.
I know her.
Do you know her?
I know her.
And I said, you know, like when you think back and you were like, your parent would go like a 12-hour work day. Yeah. But then they would do something with you in the evening. Yeah. And then when you got in, they didn't go to bed. They didn't fall asleep on us like in front of you anyway. Yeah. But they would like open up a beer or something. Yeah. It's like a Wednesday night and it's like 11. Carry on. And then they like when you wake up at like 6, they're like, oh yeah, they've been at work for 2 hours, and you're like, what's happening? And then when you look back, you're like, they were 48. Yeah. And you're like, yeah. How? Because obviously we talked about this the other week on the podcast, like us aging at different levels to the different generations. And my theory.
Are you drinking whiskey?
It's rum and Coke.
Okay.
I tried that rum.
Oh no.
No, okay. I've convinced Dad it's okay.
You're so.
He now thinks it's okay.
You drink petrol and say it was okay.
I would, yeah. I'm a trash bag. I am.
Sorry, Scott. Our parents were much better than us. Yeah, I'm not showing.
No, okay. So spiritually, I think when you have a baby, I said in confidence. Now I'm saying on the podcast that I think people are made to believe. Okay, let's go even deeper. Okay, Bruno believes in love. Yeah, but he believes it in a like at first sight, fireworks go off. And that's not like, that's why he's so alone, is he's waiting for that. But that doesn't actually happen.
It never happens.
I want rom-com level romance.
Yeah, he assumes there will be fireworks will actually go off that aren't planned.
Yeah.
Because something's happened here.
Yeah.
Like an energy.
Like a Glenn Powell film.
Right.
Are you telling me that doesn't happen?
No, it doesn't. And what I think is that kind of spouted to us to believe. And with a child, I think everyone's like, they make into this, it's a very spiritual, there's a moment where everything changes. And it does. And I totally agree.
Oh, it's definitely
But I don't think people will ever smarten you up to exactly what changes.
No.
And I think the thing that actually changes is the ability to do more later.
Yeah.
Like, when they get like 48 and they're still going. I think it is because you have so much responsibility when they're first born, first few years or whatever. Yeah. I'm still very new to this. So I'm still getting used to it. You're getting
conditioned. Is that what you're talking about?
I think over years, maybe
you're earning your stripes.
Yeah, people get conditioned. So therefore, as the baby becomes older and less, not problematic, but maybe less time consuming in a sense of like sleep deprivation and things like that. I think because it does that, I think you do end up conditioning yourself to less sleep and more energy because you have to. Yeah, because there's this responsibility. You can't go, do you know what, I'll get it,
evolve or die, baby,
Yeah, and I think, but because you're going like this and the kid is growing, by the time they get like 8 or 9, they're actually interested in like, let's go play some football or something.
Yeah, I'll do stuff.
You can because you're
super mom, super dad.
Right. But I think you're like, if you said that to someone before a kid, like now, you'd be like, oh, when?
Yeah.
And I think when, though, you do have a kid, and it hasn't happened yet, obviously, because I'm still in this conditioning phase. I think the reason is you're so used to having to just do stuff every hour for so long that now you're not doing it. You have this like pocket of energy constantly where you're like, well, I'm not doing anything else, but I might as well. So like, because how many people you meet that have kids that are in their 50s now, and they're like, yeah, I went to the gym today and then I did this and I did this. And you're like, when?
Yeah.
And they're like, but I think it is. This is my theory anyway. I'm just saying.
It makes sense.
I'm very early doors. I have no clue.
Well, you're the only one out here that knows this.
I don't even know if I know it. I'm just early doors.
You know what you know.
Well, we're learning.
We don't yet.
We're learning.
I think 100% you learn, and it's a different ball game when a child is involved. But I can the only way that I can compare this to my life at this moment in time is that I don't get to spend enough time on Fortnite at this moment in time because I'm too busy just in this health kick journey that I'm just doing stuff. I'm up early, I'm taking care of my body, taking care of my sleep. I just don't get enough time in the lab, and that's where I
Yeah, I'm not gonna bite, but I can feel my anger going. I'm joking, but
I like this dynamic.
The reason I brought this up was I'm fully aware of how my eyes look right now.
Yeah,
and they peaked at a level when I went to the post office earlier, about 4 o'clock.
Oh no!
I pulled up and I went, "Is this Ben Affleck meme?"
Oh
in the doorway. I was like,
"Yeah,"
and I grabbed my passport. I looked in the mirror and did this. As you do, as my parent does.
Fix your hair, does. Flick it back.
Little Shane McMahon in the mirror.
Yeah, look.
And I looked at my eyes and I went, I don't know if I can go in like that. And I thought,
you can.
I can.
You can.
I can. There's a reason.
Yeah.
No one's looking at my eyes.
No.
And I went up to the post office and I went,
like, God, you look tired.
Well, I pulled in and I looked like Ren and Stimpy, essentially. I was like, hello. Could I send this 24 hours? And she was like, yeah. And she looked at me in a way and didn't really answer my question for a little period. Like maybe I'm a drug addict.
Yeah.
Like it really, and the only time this has ever happened before was when I was too manic in school. My teacher asked me if I was
on drugs.
Because she said, you're quite intense. And you're very loud. And I was like, yes.
Yeah.
And then throughout the period, she said, what do you do in your spare time? And I said, oh, me and my friend Bruno, we wrestle. But because we don't have a wrestling ring, we just do it onto a bush. So we just hit our favorite finishers onto a bush.
Yeah.
We wrecked many a bush.
Yeah.
Wow. Luckily, we're innocent people.
But the bush was like a 5-foot bush that was quite sticky.
Had some structure to it, yeah.
It's the one that Ledgeham just completely went over the top of it on New Year's Eve.
It'll cut you.
But we just do like Bruno would be like, "Can I do an F5?" And I was like, "Yeah, you can do an F5."
Probably safer on the floor.
Yeah, he just F5 me and I just disappear into the bush and I come out like, and then I'll be like, "Bruno, do you reckon I can get you on my shoulders and F you with?" And he's like, "Go on then." And you just kind of jank him into the side of the bush or whatever. And that at the end of that mixture of that and my craziness, she went, "I need to ask you, and I won't talk to your parents yet. Are you on drugs?" And I went, "Straight edge, baby."
Yeah.
And she knew what that meant, so she called the parents in.
Do you know what's mad? In the 90s and 2000s, that was always the question. Like, are you on drugs? Like, DARE, D-A-R-E.
I want that shirt, so.
It was always that. It was always, are you on drugs? It's now changed to, like, have you got ADHD?
This person needs drugs.
Yeah.
This
person.
Have you got ADHD? Have you got OCD? Like, it's all changed. Like, it's gone from, are you on drugs to, oh, no, this kid needs, like special tutoring and stuff. Like,
well, I must admit, I thought that I might need eye drops. Because I didn't feel ridiculously tired, but it wasn't until I looked and I thought, I don't know. Sometimes I'm not the person to talk to because I leave the house in a certain state that I don't think is probably 100% acceptable. Like some people don't think going in like Crocs to a shop is acceptable.
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, I will.
If I'm going to the shops, I'm wearing Crocs.
But I mean, there's levels to it, and I think I can really push the boundary in a negative way.
Well, I have Crocs or work shoes, and my work shoes are filthy.
Oh, they feel you're too busy.
They've
been ran through.
They've got dog poo and they're ripped. Like, I mean, I've got to wear the Crocs because they're clean. Like, that's my
This is it. But there's a certain point for me, my thresholds are very low, where I look in the mirror and I go, I don't know if I could go in. I do it with my hair a lot, where I'm like, I'm going to have to put a hat on because this, especially when I had the mullet.
Yeah.
It was like, I don't think I can just walk in here now. Dressed the way I am, like, there's going to be certain...
Got to put a crown on, didn't you?
Yeah.
I must wear a crown.
I need to put something on to draw the attention away from the physique to the hair, to the head.
A good hat can set off an outfit as well.
Yeah, and I don't often do it now because I think I have definitely massively improved my level of outfit when I leave the house.
Yeah.
But today I really did question going in. I thought, I don't know how to make this change.
Yeah.
Like you put hounds, you can't do it because the more you rub them or you like kind of, they get worse and worse. And I thought, I do look worrying.
Well, Lisa posed this question to me the other day because she said, like, you're tired all the time now. We're going to have a kid at some point. Like, I don't know, can you find another...
But I'm telling you, you activate something, I think.
Like, I've got to find another gear. Like,
because you're gonna have to go through the threshold training that I'm going through right now.
Yeah, like, I guess you do find another gear. Like, as a father, you take on the extra gears that no one else knows about.
Yeah.
You find secret gears.
I think so, and I'm just waiting for them to appear.
Yeah.
Because I'm still working on the non-gears.
You're grinding.
Yeah, but I'm in a world of gears, and I've not got the gears yet. So I'm still red-eyed and bushy-tailed.
Well, at least you're bushy-tailed.
Yes. Sorry, I must admit I am a little tired. So I just want to put it out there. I'm going to say this. I'm not madly tired, but I am going to bed in the next 30 minutes.
I'll be with you. I'm going to get up at 3 with you.
37 minutes, I'll be going to bed.
I'll be up with you.
Will you be going to bed at the same time as well? Yeah, Joe's getting up with me at 3.
I'm doing it.
So I'm very close to the end of the day.
Ooh.
But hey, here we are, Bruno.
Here we are. We'll talk ourselves to sleep.
Look at us.
I think I'm sleeping right there.
You're sleeping where Bruno did.
Yeah. That was a very comfortable sleep, actually.
Joe did it last week, and he really liked it as well.
Did you have the pregnancy pillow?
It feels very, like den like, and I like that.
It feels like you're back in the womb almost.
Yeah.
Like it's comfy.
Unfortunately, Joe, I don't remember that.
Yeah.
I even hooked myself up with a little billicle.
The old bills.
Yeah.
Billicle Jones over it. He had hold of it.
I was feeding all night.
It was actually a live cable.
I had a box, so I had to feed all night.
What is this? I don't like this. I don't know where this is going at all. No, I know what you mean. I had insomnia about 15 years ago. And do you remember the bed in the old house? There was a gap, maybe, I don't know, a foot and a half by the side. I would sometimes throw everything in there, just roll off into it, and then just hope I'd fall asleep because I was like Couldn't.
Yeah.
And it would never work, but I always look at it and just be like, I used to grow up thinking that a bathtub with a cover in might be the most comfortable thing.
Because you're all like, you're like a Joey in a pouch.
Right. But no baths are big enough for me to stretch, and I need to stretch. I don't think anyone can stretch the bath, right?
No.
Some people can.
Which people, Bruno?
Short kings.
Yeah, Bruno, tell us which people.
Anyone probably 5'3" can probably do a decent.
Who's 5'3"? Who in the world's 5'3"?
I found out the other day that Jordan Grace is 5 foot.
5 foot.
Yeah.
She wears big shoes though.
Not all the time. I bet her in the house she didn't.
No, true. She wears Crocs. He's even got Crocs or big shoes.
Same as you.
Yeah.
I did a fly-in visit this weekend. That was nice.
Did you enjoy it?
I thoroughly enjoyed my time with the little one.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
It was quite good because every time we left the room, I'd be like, Bruno, can you keep an eye? And I'd come back and he'd just be holding it and rocking it.
Yeah.
But he was editing the podcast.
Him,
yeah. Well,
I do that all the time.
I don't. Yeah. Hey, I'm preconditioned.
Yeah, I do that all the time.
Yeah.
You said it can't. Not on my watch is all I'm saying.
No, don't do that. This is what I do to you.
If the boy is staring, the boy's getting picked up and cuddled.
Well, this is it. And literally, I go, Bruno, just keep an eye on it. And he'll come back upstairs like 30 seconds later. He's just like, but the laptop, everything's been moved to the edge of the room. He's in the middle of the room. He literally have his headphones on working. I'll be like, Bruno, can you do it? He go, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And he'll come back and everything's moved. He's standing.
He's going to make a great daddy.
I want you to say that again, but it's so different.
Yeah.
He's going to make a good daddy.
Oh, that was very good to find the first part. That was quick. My brain isn't quick enough. Quick enough.
You're almost getting ready for your first Father's Day, Scott.
Oh my goodness!
I didn't know about it.
You
Sunday
got one early in the books.
That's mad.
Apparently,
like a gift.
Apparently, like best friends, brothers, things like that, supposed to give a lot of cash.
Cash.
Cool. That's what I've heard.
Look at shifts.
He's gone full Bomberman over here. Look at his eyes. How good was that game, by the way?
I don't know if I played Bomberman.
No,
I'm not sure if I did either.
Bruno Hawkins, you did.
I might have done.
You know, Bruno.
Full name me.
Bruno Hawkins definitely played it. It was like GoldenEye. GoldenEye? Yeah, GoldenEye. In my head, it was Goldfinger then. It's not. GoldenEye. And Bomberman was like the ultimate N64 games.
Oh, what was Bomberman? Tell me. Explain.
They were like these. Sorry about that. Little Bombermen.
Oh, yeah.
They look like the mushroom people from Mario.
That rings a bell.
They had little helmets on. And it's like Pac-Man, but you have two teams. And you could leave these tiny little...
like a mine?
I'm going to say the word bomb. But I don't know how much we should say that. Little devices.
Little flashbang.
They leave a little flashbang.
We said this when you compared me to one of them.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. And then you'd have to kind of get away. There'd be like a timer on it, but if someone touches it. But the other team sometimes can't see where they are. And then it would explode.
3D like Minesweep.
Yeah, a little bit. And they'd like walk around in there like Pac-Man.
Yeah.
Go check it out. It's such a good game.
I'm going to play it.
Go check it out.
Yeah, it's because it's 1994.
It's probably on the Switch too or something.
It might be on the Steam Deck, to be fair.
What do you reckon he said then?
Or a Raspberry Pi.
No. That second one was a joke. The first one I thought was a joke, but I think I can figure it out.
It all sounded like a really nice meal to me.
He made a funny there.
Yeah.
That can't be real.
Look at him laugh.
Tell me that's not real.
I can't, brother. It's 100.
Oh, brother.
You get it on a Steam Deck or a Raspberry Flash. Is that what you said?
Raspberry Pi.
Woo! Steve, Raspberry Pi. They're bringing out Tony Hawk's 1 again for PlayStation 5.
Yeah.
So this Christmas. No,
yes,
I'm going to be.
Boy.
No, I'm going to be.
All in anticipation for GTA 6 next year.
Yeah.
Of course.
And
we need to get a little on the headset for that as well.
Yeah.
A little on the headset, and I feel like I might do a little FIFA session this year. I feel like a FIFA session might actually cure some of my annoyance or depression with my actual real life team.
Yeah, you can do it with all your teams.
If I make them play well, then they might be all right.
Yeah, I think all the teams you actually watch aren't doing well.
Apart from Pacers, but
I said all the teams you watch are doing well. This is like when I enjoyed the Suns when they're in the final.
Yeah.
We're not basketball people. Let's just accept it.
I wish I was. I'd like to delve more in.
I didn't think I had time for new sports.
No.
But baseball, I watch all the time.
Yeah, I didn't think I'd find that. Yeah.
If I was in America, I would definitely watch it. I'm not staying up for basketball. The only thing I'll stay up for is NFL and wrestling.
Yes.
Yeah,
And wrestling's at a push.
I think I've replaced UFC with baseball.
Yeah.
That's as much as I can
rarely
accept.
stay up for baseball though, because it depends what days it falls on and stuff.
Like
It's so intense. Yeah.
this past Thursday,
Yeah,
TNT have Detroit Tigers, best team in the MLB,
they're very
versus
good.
the Orioles.
Yeah,
At
That's not gonna go well.
11:30.
It's not gonna
So I watched it on Thursday. This Thursday.
and it was okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it went not well.
It was okay.
I feel confident in saying that.
Yeah.
And then
Hey, you never know in baseball.
the O's have been on a little tear.
Let's go O's. Oh.
They lost 2 in their last 11.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
Not bad. No, Colton Cousins back. We're fine.
Yeah.
I like that. So I had a segment this week, which was, have you ever been like your timeline always gets filled up every now and again of, if you do this, then it can add 2 years to your life. If you do this, it can take 9 years off your life. What I wanted to know was, what's the wildest one that you've seen?
When you say timeline, are you talking about our personal timelines, like in life, like our life, like how we're living in that?
No,
you mean like doom scrolling?
Your doom scrolling social media timelines. Let's not get into the meta, shall we, and explore our actual real life timelines. Because I saw one today where it was, if you go to concerts every 2 weeks, it can add up to 9 years to your life, or 9 days to your life, or something like that. And I'm like, where are these coming from? Like, some of them are mostly medical, aren't they? I.e. smoking, etc., etc. But some of them are just stupid.
Yeah.
I feel like it depends what pit you go in at the concert, doesn't it?
Well, now it's vape
off.
smoke in there, probably.
Yeah, it knocks some weeks off.
It contradicts, doesn't it? The music sets you free.
It does.
So it adds that time, but the vape smoke in there just brings it back.
Yeah. That drag you down.
If you smoke a vape a day, mate, it will take off 15 years of your life.
Right.
You know?
Jeepers.
I don't know if it's the same, but it's the one that comes to my mind is, there's one at the minute. I think you might be doing it, and it's going everywhere, which is the press ups every day, but you add one.
Oh, okay.
And there's a picture of this guy who's full of Winstraw and Debo. And there's a picture from him before, and it's just a different guy. And they're like, all I did for 6 months, I did one press up. The next day was one more. The next day was one more. And after 6 months, I was doing 120 press ups. So I was like, and that's the one that's around a minute. People on D for wow, I'm going to try this. I was like, do the press ups for sure.
Yeah, 100. Yeah.
Yeah, it'll help.
I do press ups every morning.
To give you an idea, I did a year. This was on top of my weight training of 5 days a week. And I was having 3 shakes, 3 meals. I did a pyramid thing where I told myself I had to do 25 press ups, 50, 75, 100, 75, 50, 25.
Nice.
I did that every night before bed.
Hell yeah.
So total is 350 press ups.
And you can't go to sleep till you do it.
No. And I did that for 7 nights a week for about 9 months. My body didn't change in the 9 months. And I was on top of a weight session and all the food and stuff. But I tell you what did happen though. I completely wore out my joints. It was
elbows gone.
Real lot of pain.
Wrists gone.
Lots of pain.
Yeah.
Still am.
Yeah.
But that one keeps coming up and it keeps telling me.
Yeah.
The other one is
I saw that one. I was just doing it to build up my strength for when I get into the gym later this year.
I think everyone should have a little morning routine. Not so much night. I think night's a tough one because you get that adrenaline spike.
Yeah.
Morning. I remember Bruce Forsyth saying how he stayed young was he had a 10-minute routine.
I saw his routine. They showed it on the documentary.
Yeah, he'd wake up. As soon as he woke up, he would lift his arms in a certain way, 10 times. He'd flap his feet 10 times.
Yeah.
He'd then sit outside the bed, get up, and then he'd do 10 jumping jacks, 10 star jumps, 10 squats, and then 10 high knees or something. Then he'd spin in a circle 10 times.
Yeah.
Then he'd start his day.
I can't do the spin in a circle.
Well, I think the spinning was to improve his
cognitive
equilibrium.
Stuff, yeah. And
He didn't need 6 thinking about it.
it was and he said that was like, and I think that's really important, like, because I think in the morning, the minute you do like, you get a little sweat going, you do feel way more awake.
Basic movement.
But to convince yourself to do that when you wake up,
well, my morning routine for
16 press ups.
No, for the last year, I'd say, because I hadn't been in the gym for a year, which is terrible. Like for the first time since
it's totally unacceptable.
Yeah, since I was 27, I was in a funk. I couldn't get back in the gym.
You haven't been in the gym since you were 27?
No, I started at 27. I started late.
23 years ago.
But wait, no. Okay, cool. Yeah, so I hadn't been in for a year, which is weird because it was such a part of my routine. It was more save money and things like that. But then
they sound like excuses to me, Joe. Not good enough.
It's financial.
I just wish you could see what I see.
But yeah, I was doing it. But my morning routine was I'd get up at 5, I'd give the caviar heart meds, I'd take him down, sort the cat out, make my coffee, and then I'd sit and watch like YouTube, like baseball highlights, things like that. It was just solidly watching things like that. No movement. I would get up from bed, sort the dogs out early, sort the cat out, get on the sofa for like an hour with my coffee and just watch YouTube. And then get back up, feed the dogs, things like that. So there is movement in there, but not like exercise movement. More just movement around rooms, which I guess is movement. But now I've added, like I've taken back 15 minutes from the time I have like the coffee.
Where'd you get it from, Joe?
I just took away from watching the baseball and having my coffee. So I've cut my coffee time short so that I get up. I basically I throw my robe on in the morning, head downstairs, sort it all out. When it gets to that exact time...
Someone remind me about Robe. I just want to ask a question.
Okay.
Yeah.
So at that exact time, I have to force myself now, whip the robe off. So I'm in my pants now in the front room. I stick on fitness YouTube. My favorite guy, Christian Guzman, shout out Alpha League. Send me some stuff.
He does.
And then I do a little routine in front of the TV. A little number.
I love
just for the dogs. Just for the dogs.
Dancing.
Cavi lady love.
It's just heavy feet and breathing.
like those videos where you see like Van Halen playing, but it's like the guitar strings clanging and just them shuffling and breathing.
21 Jump Street does that really well. I think 22 Jump Street, where he's on the bike and there's music playing. Yeah. Every now and then they just cut the music. And he's like...
Yeah, but now I just do a little routine with the kettlebell. Some push-ups, things like that, some squats, like just in front of the TV. But adding that extra 15 minutes of like simple exercise, it gets your blood pumping. Like it makes me like when I'm feeding the dogs, I'm doing it quicker. Like I'm getting ready for work. When I head into work, I'm happy, I'm motivated, I'm ready to go. Starts the day right.
Get some stretching involved, Joe, and some yoga poses. That's going to keep you young.
I do a little bit of like stretching and yoga, and I do like I don't know what it's called, but where you're down on your knees, stretched out like that with your face on the floor.
Yeah,
down dog.
Yeah, whatever that is.
That's
safety position or something.
That's safety zone. That's safety zone.
I call that the Randy Orton.
I think it's Randy Orton. I've learned it from his DVD.
It was 2011 DVD. Yeah.
That I do a little bit of like the DDP yoga stuff. I remember from the early beginners stuff. But yeah, just added that little extra 15 minutes. Like, ideally, I'd love to just stay there and carry on with my coffee and watch baseball. Like, ideally, that's what I want to do. But I force myself to do that 15 minutes, and I'm golden for the rest of the day. And obviously, I have the gym now later. I'm back in the gym, which is good.
I think it's important, that early movement, because even if we used to do early starts with like cleaning weather, but sometimes you'd be so groggy. But the minute you got like a little something, just even like whizzing around like a kitchen just to wipe in surface or whatever, you forget, and you are just instantly like more awake.
You're awake.
I don't know. I like to get a glass of water, like a big bowl, put my favorite water in there and some ice, and then just dunk.
Get a couple like patch over your mouth or something. Like
I bought some bottles like that, didn't I?
Yeah, there's one in our fridge still. I really like the look of it. The ones that keep you that help you stay young or whatever like that on the doom scrolling.
Yeah.
The other one, I can't remember what it was, but I think I saw one the other day. It was like a cayenne pepper every morning or something. It was something like that. Okay. And I was like, nah.
I think Lisa does one of those. She has a drink that's it's like cayenne pepper. I think it's cayenne pepper, ginger, honey.
Ginger, I get it.
Yeah. Turmeric. Yeah. That's just health shots.
Yeah. I think she makes like a little like green tea type thing in the morning.
They're good. Yeah.
Don't know why Bruno said turmeric.
Turmeric. Oh, On just a quick sidebar, what is your most annoying Americanism?
Them saying you're welcome all the time.
Mine is when they say herb.
Oh yeah.
I think that's the worst one. I can get over cilantro not being coriander. I can get over eggplant not being an aubergine. I can't get over them saying garlic and herb.
Yeah.
I would
Do
say
all Americans say that, or is it like a certain part of America?
All
Americans. I'm going to WhatsApp
say
Kelly after this and just say, could you just voice note saying herb?
Yeah, please.
I wouldn't
Do you reckon if someone's a herbivore, they go herbivore?
Herbivore.
I generally think so.
You do.
Yeah.
They do. They say, I would say 90% of the stuff they say is stupid as well.
I'm going to be honest, I've always loved America, so I don't know.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm not saying it's an annoying one, but I quite like it. Aluminum.
Oh, that's
I quite like that. It's nice.
I think it's pretty stupid.
Aluminum. Water.
It doesn't make any sense, that one. For me, it's you're welcome. I can't stand it. I just find it really
You're
annoying.
welcome.
It's because they say it every time. And as Brits, we say thank you a lot.
Yeah. And then they get really...
So if someone brings a meal, I don't wait till they do it like Bruno would, and then just look back at them. Thank you. And then they'd leave.
Yeah.
I go, thank you. Oh, cheers. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Every time they put something down.
But they then go, you're welcome, you're welcome, you're welcome, you're welcome.
They get tired by the end.
They remember that? Who is this?
She got bored of it.
She had to move backwards like this
She
out of the frame. That happened to us in Scottsdale, didn't it?
Yeah, in the Olive Garden. She looked like a robot.
It definitely wasn't Olive Garden, but I mean Olive and Ivy.
Olive and Ivy.
We would not have been in Olive. I think Scottsdale has one.
Shout out Olive.
Olive and Ivy. Yeah, because she wanted to turn the heater on. It was like Arizona.
Yeah.
But then we kind of said something. She kept malfunctioning, and then she just backed away from us. No.
I actually can judge someone on the way that they treat waiters.
I think 100%.
I think that is a big thing.
Sure.
Because Bruno's very rude to them. He's very...
That's the chef in him.
Yeah, Bruno...
Yeah.
Bruno, I have a theory that Bruno's never enjoyed a meal in his life.
No.
I've never seen him enjoy food.
That's also the chef in him.
It's absolutely wrong because on Friday night, I absolutely loved the meal that I had.
Is that right?
And the weekend before, so basically, I don't think I enjoy food around you.
Yeah,
because I feel like it's the company more than the food.
No, it's not.
Just saying. I'm just saying. I think it is.
No. Show us the proof of you enjoying that last Friday.
I'll get proof. I'll get office tea, and I'll get him to tell you how much I.
What did you just say to us? Why does he keep saying stuff? It's like having a Gen Zer on it. I'm so confused. Office tea. What is that? Like an app?
I'm keeping up with what you say about Josh. That I'm on his teat. So I said I'll get off the teat. And then get him to...
Oh, yeah. The one you're on his teat. Yeah, that's not unbiased.
I genuinely... I think it's you. I think you're...
This is what he does. Yeah. Whether he cooked it or whether he spent £1,000 or whether it was £1, he'll go... And you go... And I go, do you not like it? And he goes...
One. Did I enjoy that brownie that we had sat with a cup of Joe on the table? Did I make any faces then?
You said some inappropriate stuff about that brownie. I remember that correctly. So this isn't a good story to choose. He looks concerned about what he's eating, and he never says it's awful. I mean, he never says it's good. He goes,
"You don't know."
Yeah, I go, "Do you like that?" He goes, he does this with his eyebrows, so they're almost vertical, and he goes. And I'll be like, I think it's brilliant. Like it's a £1,000 lobster we're eating, and he goes, "Oh, do you think you could do better? Have you had better?" No, I don't know. I just never seen him have an opinion other than. Can I talk about robes for a second?
2 seconds on the doom scrolling thing. The only one truth I know is that if you subscribe to the Peppercorn Boys, and watch the episodes every single Monday, it will make you live forever. So there we go.
That was great.
That's brilliant. Well done.
That was so good.
Was that all designed for the just that?
Oh yeah.
Did you worked back from that, didn't you? I like that.
Backwards booking's good.
I bet when you started explaining your little routine in the morning, you really started getting frustrated.
Yeah, really.
He was like, let me do my little bit.
I was like, no, please don't move on to robes. I'm so hot.
Yeah.
Take it off.
Oh, I'm so glad that I didn't wear that hoodie.
Yeah. Wear a shirt that doesn't have an MSN name on it, and you might be cooler.
It's 100% going to be the name of the episode this week, though.
Yeah, it should be.
It's a little bit stalkery as well if you read it in the
It's terrifying. Like, and it's the print it's in, and how tight the neck is. I swear he's tying his necks up when he washes it. Because I've never seen a neck fit
safety
that tight.
pins all down his back. He's got safety pins all down his back. Like one of those people that has like piercings all down his spine.
The brother's got it. Like he's like he looks like he says. He's like, just put my fresh shirt on.
He's actually harnessed to the wall behind him.
The England team, they were asked to, like they show them something and then you have to say, what is this? So it's like a bread roll. And they were like, half the Northerners was like, oh, it's a bap. One of them was like, it's a scrumptious or something. And
what did Cole Palmer say? It's bread, isn't it?
Bread. And then it got to a dressing gown. I think we'd all agree, if I pulled a dressing gown, what'd you say?
I call it a dressing gown.
Okay. I call it a dressing gown. Some people say robe. I feel like a dressing gown is different to a robe. Like if I went to a spa, I'd call that a robe. If I was at a hotel, I'd call it a robe.
Yes.
Yeah.
If Ric Flair walked in his jacket, I'd say that's a robe.
That's why I call it
a robe.
And if it was Bellingham's brother, I'd say that's Job. And then he's just gone to Dortmund. He followed his brother. He got like Sunderland promoted and effed off. And he got Anthony Gordon. And I think he called it an inside jacket.
Oh. No.
Or something like that. Or like a sofa jacket or something. He called it something like that. And all the others were like, what did he call it? Because they're all saying gown, robe, dressing gown.
I could go, yeah.
Dressing gown. Yeah, dressing gown.
Dressing gown.
I think if I saw one, I'd say it's a dressing gown.
I think if it's in your own home, it's a dressing gown.
Right. And if it's in someone else's, it's a robe.
Everything else is a robe.
I also do the full Ric Flair entrance on the way downstairs every morning. So to me,
I bet you do.
It's only a robe when you're doing it.
Yeah.
A home is only a house when you're not there.
Yeah.
Are you commando under your robe?
No, just pants.
Can I just settle the debate as well? Are you supposed to wear trousers under scrubs? Can I just check? I never got a full answer from the actual.
I think it can depend.
Okay.
I think you're fine.
You basically did the verbal version of this one. I mean, could you wear trousers? He goes,
I don't think surgeons do.
What, they're fully naked?
I think so.
Oh my goodness.
You can see through them. I can't believe it. That's a bright room. Interesting.
On that note as well.
Yeah.
I was going to say Welsh people call zip-up hoodies jackets.
I can get that.
Yeah,
I mean, a jacket to me is.
I think it depends on the. I think certain hoodies could be considered a jacket.
But to me, a jacket's like a short coat.
I've never heard anyone say short coat, and I quite like that. I don't know what that means.
It's a short coat.
You know
when it comes to
that feels like
it's a coat that only goes to your midriff.
Yeah, it's a jacket.
Yeah.
Whereas this is a zoodie.
What?
It's a zoodie. A zip-up hoodie.
Have you made that?
I would never.
We got many tiers hoodies with the price tags on it. It says Zudi, many tiers Zudi. And if you want many tiers merchandise, check out the merchandise on the website, or ask me because I work exactly where they are.
There's a hat on a horse somewhere as well.
These new hats are really nice. That's what they're advertising. The new hats. They're so nice. We get them for cheap.
I need a hoodie and a hat. Hook your brother up.
Yeah, they're really nice. The hoodies and hats are nice.
Young Elton Prince has asked for a hat a long time ago, and I've never delivered one.
I might have to get him an OG hat because I like the OG.
I think he likes the OG hats. I think I have one somewhere
with the paw print on.
Yeah, I never because I got a Gilet and all that, and I never used it. But then you ripped yours, so I gave you mine.
Oh, mine have wrecked.
Yeah, this is it.
Yeah.
Did you settle the debate on the gowns in your own conundrum?
Yeah. How do you feel about it?
Oh, it's a dressing gown. It was just the Anthony Gordon's one. Threw me off.
Have you got access to look something up?
Yes. Joe has it could take a while. He's going to use his middle finger and it's going to take a while.
Have you heard of Labubu dolls?
I've heard that. Why have I heard that recently?
Be careful what you're looking up there.
Labubu doll.
Labubu.
Oh, they're terrifying.
They're Teletubbies.
Aren't they the most absolute terrifying little things that you've ever seen?
Yeah. Bruno, how have you ended up down this then?
This one's 50
quid. I don't know. So every week,
images, Joe,
every week I do a little bit of research to see what's going on Reddit, and this
that's my favorite.
And it wasn't the first time that I had seen it, so it popped up. So I was like, they're terrifying. They're an actual thing.
They remind me.
I have to.
They remind me of werebears. Do you remember werebears?
Yeah, werebears are cool.
They were Care Bears that you turn the face inside out and they're scary.
Yeah, but these are just horrific.
The size of this one.
Don't you buy my child.
This guy's got a massive one. Why is that so big?
That's a real.
What are you looking up there, Joe?
That guy's got a huge one. Look at that.
If you're not watching this on YouTube, this is quite something.
That's almost the size of him.
Wow. I don't know. I'm not a fan, personally.
I'm not a fan either.
I tell you, I watched Smile 2 the other night as well, and
That's
Alex's recommendation. You watched the second one?
I've seen it, yeah.
I think the second one is ants. I think it's rotten.
It's a bit fluffy, isn't it? It's a bit fluffy.
It's just rubbish. I don't know what part was supposed to be scary.
The faces.
But there's hardly any. The first one was really good with the faces.
When the dancers are in her
house.
Yeah. And they're doing the whole like.
But it wasn't, but it felt very much like.
Spoiler alert for everyone, including Bruno, that hasn't seen it.
I don't think that gives much away, but
it's pretty on the button, that one.
It just felt like an SNL skit. It felt like they're doing like a musical.
It was fluffy.
Whereas the first one, every time, I felt like the people's faces were way better in the first one. Like they were more pronounced.
Mm.
And this is coming from a guy that's too scared to watch Let Me In or Talk to Me, whatever one that is.
Okay.
What one's that?
It's Let Me In. It's Let Me In.
I'm not too scared.
Watch that.
I'm not too scared.
No, you are too scared.
It's just not for me. You haven't watched that film where they all trade places either.
No, I haven't.
You need to.
What's that?
Can't remember what it's called.
It was a long time ago on Scott's Netflix recommendation.
I definitely talked about it on the podcast.
You did? Yeah.
They're doing the two Aussie guys that were in Logan's old vlogs.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They're the ones that made that horror film, and it's Rotten Tomatoes. It is the best horror film of all time.
Which one?
Let Me In, I think it is called. Scariest film of all time.
Where is it? Where is it?
I don't know where it is. Netflix, maybe in a minute.
I search for horror films a lot. I feel like I would have seen that.
It's considered like the best film, but
it's very good. It was on.
They were asked their next project. They're doing a whole thing on deathmatch wrestling.
Hell yeah!
They're doing a massive documentary on deathmatch wrestling. Well, Joe FX is.
It's called Talk to Me. Sorry.
Let me in. He kept saying. What a joke!
It's on Netflix, Joe.
Is it? Talk to Me. Oh, watch that then.
Do it.
Look his hands.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
What am I meant to do?
That sounds like a cry for help, though.
Want me to be like? Oh,
that looks relaxed.
Yeah. People aren't seeing the angle that we're seeing you at, but your shoulder line is so straight from that box.
It looks like a shelf.
Yeah, that is. I mean, he's not got a strap in his body.
That's not a good thing, is it?
What's holding your neck up?
Like a shelf.
My shirt.
Your head must just drop if someone's not holding it.
Like a shelf with a salt shaker on it.
I do need to do some trap exercise, actually.
Yeah.
Hey, but this has been another episode of the Peppercorn Boys. Scott needs to get to bed now.
I can hear a baby crying. That's what's stressing me out a little bit.
Yeah. Catch us every single week. Follow us on Apple, Spotify, and Amazon Music. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Let's get these subscribers up now. I'm done playing nice guy, asking politely. Just do it. Turn the alert notification, the bell on. Get it in and swing it around. I don't know.
Bell on and get it in.
And we're being told 75% of you. Right. Smash that button for us, please. Hit that like button.
Someone's watched TG.
Yeah, I watch Typical Gamer a lot, but I don't know this one. But I do enjoy him, but I find it uncomfortable. Like if someone said to me, "I'm going to pay you $5,000 a week, but you got to make videos where you go, now let's get in it." like I don't like the fact that me doing that then is on the internet.
I'd give up the Lambo just for that. Yeah.
Yeah, I say I don't need the channel. I'll go work an honest 9 to 5 where I don't go, now let's play.
You're lying.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, I do that at work, and I'm not paid that.
If you ever watch that back, watch where Bruno's neck moved when he said you're lying, and I won't forget about it for at least 48 hours. And with the lack of traps, I have no clue I didn't break. In my head, it went like, you know the symptoms when they're sick and their mouths go like that. Yeah. His neck did that. It's like, you're lying.
I got a strong neck, thank you.
Yeah, he's got a super strong neck. I have not. I'd say this: the peppercorns generally on the weaker neck side across the board of the 5 peppercorns. Yeah. Hey, I was gonna.
Because 4 of you have taken bumps for most of your life.
Yeah.
This boy's like just.
He took one. He had to come to Jesus moment. He just left the room.
I'm keeping it above average. All right.
I'll say this, Bruno. You took a bump.
Yeah.
I've taken a
bump.
Respect
that.
I broke a jaw. I'm the best in the ring on this microphone. Even on commentary.
CM Punk on Raw this week said, "Hey John, I want you to be as comfortable as possible." And I thought that's a nice little Because didn't he say uncomfortable in the last one? Yeah. I know the pipe bomb so well. Just kind of learned it for that moment. No,
I think he said, "I hope you're laying there as uncomfortable."
Yeah. This week he said, "I hope you're as comfortable as possible."
Yeah.
Anyway,
the boy's a genius, isn't he?
He is.
Yeah. I was going to do a bit because
he's a little bit toxic, but it's good. You're going to do a bit. I'm talking. Yeah.
I thought you were talking about yourself. Earlier you said you can find us on Apple, and I'm going to do a bit about it's not a fruit, it's an online thing. But it's a bad bit, and I've brought it back 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Do you know what you call that? Unprofessional. I'll see you next week. I'm going to go to bed. That's all I got for you this week.
Let the people say